Hi guys, it's Stephanie from Stephanie.Fitness, and today is my third video log and marks my second week into my diet and exercise of trying to lose 10 pounds after packing it on during this summer. So, my goal is to actually lose 10 pounds in 6 to 10 weeks. Today, I've only lost 1 pound. I've only been on my diet for about 10 days. Losing only 1 pound is not a huge bummer for me. I am actually super excited that I actually was able to lose 1 pound. I know for a fact that I'm eating properly, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I'm exercising great, but I also know as a personal trainer how the body works. I know once I started getting back into the gym and working out, I've put on some muscle already. My muscles are holding more water, and then some. And so, thus becomes my only 1 pound lost, which is actually a really good thing for me, and I'm glad for it. What's funny is even though I've only lost 1 pound, I feel better, my stomach feels flatter to me, I still got my muffin top, that's going to take a while. My legs are still big, that's going to take a while. I usually start noticing signs in my stomach first, and that's because I've cleaned up my diet, and this is where it's going to start showing, is in my abs. One of my hardest feats this week was my sweet tooth. I love salty foods, but I also have a sweet tooth. So to get rid of my sweet tooth, I do have a little tricks of the trade that I like to do, and I will share them with you. Number 1 is chewing gum. Keeps your mouth busy, and they've got tons of flavors out there that are sugar-free nowadays. And so if you're having a hard time craving whatever, or you're feeling hungry before it's your next meal, popping a piece of gum just kind of keeps your mouth busy and keeps your mind off of food. Kinda. It's a great way of just getting that sugary taste in your mouth and going about your day. Mints, same thing, sugar-free, just keeps your mouth busy. You're less likely to pop things in your mouth that you shouldn't be when you're all minty. So that's kind of some of the little tricks that I know as well. Another one is frozen grapes. Don't forget to count these while in your calories, but for some reason frozen grapes, they seem more sugary tasting to me. It doesn't change the natural sugar content in grapes, but having something that you can toss in your mouth that's cold, it's frozen, it's sugary, and it's just a perfect way on trying to keep track of your diet and staying on the straight and narrow. Another one of mine is, and I've posted this on Facebook before, and if any of you follow me on Facebook, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I've been posting a lot of my fun meals that I have been dealing with throughout the week. And so I had a sweet tooth the other night and decided I'm going to make something yummy and delicious. This is my 1 cup of fat-free Greek yogurt and about a half a teaspoon to 3/4 of a teaspoon of lemon Jell-O gelatin. You can also use Jell-O like pudding powders. They're a little more higher in calorie, but it also makes things super thick. But this time I just used Jell-O gelatin, and I used lemon. I've been using lemon all week. This is actually only my second bowl in 10 days of hitting a sugary sweet tooth craving, and so I made myself some, and super delicious, and you're still getting tons of protein and good carbs. Another one is diet sodas. I know everyone has issues with diet sodas. There's always these pros and then there's these cons. I'm a believer that, yeah, if you're drinking a ton of diet soda day after day after day, probably not healthy for you. Probably wouldn't suggest this on a diet. My trick for diet sodas, and I'm a Diet Mountain Dew kind of girl, is I get cans. And I allow myself to have one once or twice a week. And what I do, my trick is I open up a can, I take a few sips and put it back in my fridge. A few hours later, I open up my fridge, and I've got a craving going on, looking, oh, there's my diet soda. Take a few more sips, put it back. A few more hours, come back, take a few more sips, put it back. Sometimes 1 can of diet soda can last me 2 days, but it's nice because every so often throughout the day, I can take a couple of sips. I don't do it for the caffeine purposes. I do it just to kind of have that sugary taste in my mouth, and then I can just go about my day. I've got my sugar, and there's no calories. Totally cool, right? Okay, so I don't drink one every day, but I do allow myself 1 or 2 a week, and I use it for the sole purpose of just getting rid of cravings. Now when it comes to caffeine, that's where my coffee comes in, but that's a whole nother story. And like I said, if you guys do follow me on Facebook, you'll understand what my meals have been for the last week, 10 days. My meal sizes are actually pretty big. I use a lot of vegetables, and that's how I can get away with big meals. So I'm not hungry. I never am. I'm eating every 2 to 3 hours, 5 to 6 times a day, and it's mostly vegetables. I still incorporate bread. I use my Ezekiel bread. It's a great way to incorporate some good carbs and good proteins without cheating, in a sense. They are a little higher in calorie because of the carb content, but they're super good for you. They're slow digesting, and they're a great way to, well, if you like your bread, go for the Ezekiel bread. It's a little bit pricey, but it's worth it. I promise you, it's totally worth it. It's good. If you've never tried it, you should seriously try it. Okay, so another thing that was really super fun this week is getting back into the gym. And muscle memory is a beautiful thing. If you have recently had muscle, or you've gained some weight over the summer, whatever it is, and you haven't been working out, you've been slacking, getting back in the gym the first couple of days is going to be kind of a bummer because your strength has gone down, you're just trying to get back into the swing of things, and it's hard. But about the 4th or 5th day, if you're doing proper carbs in your diet, all of a sudden your muscles are going to remember what they were before and what it's all about. Your body is an amazing thing. So, my muscles actually remember. Can I help you?
What?
I'm doing a video. Can you guys get out for a minute? These are my boys. Sorry, this is one of the things of being a stay-at-home mom. You get to deal with interruptions. Alright, come on.
I want some crackers.
Okay, I'll get you some crackers in a minute. Let me finish. Love you.
Hey, what's that on the phone?
Nobody's on the phone. Okay, sorry about that. If you're going to follow me, you're going to have to deal with some of my distractions every now and then. Cute, aren't they? Yeah, they're my little monsters. Anyways, don't be discouraged by going back into the gym. Get back in there and go heavy. Do what your body knows best, and your muscles are going to remember everything. So that's what I loved about my 4th or 5th day. All of a sudden, my muscles were just powerful. I can do my heavy weights again. I'm getting back to where I was before, and it hadn't even been a week. So just imagine what the end of 2 weeks is going to do for me. I'm going to be right back where I was, and I can't wait. Now I'm excited to go to the gym and see what my body can produce and give me. You should try doing the same thing. Don't be afraid to lift heavy. Don't be afraid to give me your all. Don't be afraid to do that one extra rep. Your body is an amazing thing, and it's going to give you every benefit of a doubt that it can do it and then some. Okay, I'm still drinking all my water. I'm not doing it for appetite control. A lot of people, if they're hungry, they say chug water. It does kind of help, but where my meals are so big right now because of all the vegetables I'm eating, that's not really why I use this. I use it to stay hydrated, to stay focused, to be in a good mood, and not be so tired throughout the day. Drinking a gallon of water like this, especially when you're weight training, is an important thing to deal with because if you're not bringing in enough water, you're not going to be able to give your workouts everything that you can give them. Another thing is my supplements. I'm going to focus today a little bit more on those for you. I've got my multivitamin, my vitamin B. I've got my fish oil, my green tea, my vitamin C, niacin, which is the B vitamin I talked about in my last video, that kind of gives you the flushing effect. You get a little red and prickly, great right before a workout, opens up those blood vessels. Awesome, awesome tool. And my Yohimbe. This seems to give me a little bit better pumps in the gym. I've got a little more extra energy because of this. It brings up my metabolism. I can actually feel it. It's great. I highly recommend this instead of actually going out and buying diet pills. Go find some Yohimbe. You can find it in any health food store. Great as a supplement. So, that is the conclusion of going into my second week of diet and exercise. I do have a great little short video that I can't wait to download for you guys on supersetting some of my bicep workouts. It's short and sweet, just to show you what a superset is and how I do a superset with my biceps. It's just a little example, nothing too crazy. So I can't wait to see you guys next week. Let's hope I can lose another pound or 2 by next week. I'll keep posting my meals for all of you guys on Facebook. I've been slacking on uploading some recipes on my blog, and I promise I'm going to try being a little bit better with that. Life's still a little bit crazy for me this month, but I promise I'll get back on schedule. Like I said, I've only lost 1 pound in 1 week. I'm doing 1,200 calories a day, and you know what? I have a feeling I'm going to lose another pound next week. Maybe I'll be lucky and even lose 2. Thanks for joining me, you guys. I hope you have a great week. Stay focused, stay motivated, eat clean, and be good.